digital marketing, and there was some affiliate program that he sold, and he's run awards and
Oh
made a
wow.
lot of money. And he said he never bought the course,
What?
but he knew the
You know,
content and he
you
could
know
sell
what?
it.
I could honestly, I guess I could kind of see that. I feel like if they've been informed very well from someone who knows their stuff and they've listened to them a few times, or either they just a fast learner, I could see that.
I just accidentally sent an invite to somebody, and I can see
I hate when I do
that
that.
no, they better not come up here.
You
There,
can't
it's a
say
fake
that,
account. It's a fake account of you. They've got your profile picture.
huh?
Yeah, I can see it. It's Queen Green 141. It's your profile picture. I'm looking at it. It's your profile picture.
Screenshot it. Screenshot it.
Okay, hold on. Let me not drop my laptop.
Look, we be doing the most.
Yeah, that's a fake account of you.
What? I've arrived,
I know, right? I'm jealous.
girl. Look, if you can see me
Yeah.
now talking about I arrived.
I
What?
know that's how I felt when I got that troll the other day. Calling me a
I
scammer.
read that in DBA. I was cracking up. I was
What did you
cracking
say?
up. I was cracking up when I read that in DBA. I said,
Yeah.
oh, look at him. I
I'm
said,
glad
I've
you wasn't on
arrived.
there. I'm glad you weren't on there because you and my friend Wanza, I don't be wanting to cuss in front of y'all, but I cussed her out.
You did.
I
No.
did. I did.
No.
Because she didn't know when to stop.
What did
I
they
was
say?
showing her grades and I found it funny. I
What
found
did
it
she
funny.
say?
But I didn't know what really ticked me off when she tried to suggest that I didn't have a double master's degree, talking about anybody can print up a certificate. First of all, did I show you a little
Oh,
printed up
Lord.
certificate?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, because she got mad because she was talking crap. And I was like, Google me, sweetie. I love saying that to people. I love saying that. I was like,
Oh,
Google me,
look,
sweetie.
Kiki. Oh, shucks now. Listen.
Google me. Go look me up on Spotify. Look me up on
Listen.
iTunes.
Eh?
Look me up on LinkedIn.
Simple as that.
But
Simple
she
as
kept
that.
going. And yeah, I called her a B before I knew it.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And then she kept going and I called her a garden tool.
Not a god.
So I gotta edit that video before I put it on YouTube.
Listen, I'm telling you. They're going to be like, what happened here?
Listen, listen. I'm from the south side of the kingdom, okay? I'm from the south side of the kingdom. You can catch these hands. You can catch these digital spars. You can catch
Lord
them.
have mercy. Not the south side of the kingdom. Lord help us today.
It don't happen often. And it wasn't right out the gate. She just wanted to keep going, and I had to let her know. I told her, "You found the right one on the wrong day. You found the wrong one on the right day." However they say it, both
Right?
say the same thing. If you ask me,
Child.
girl, yeah.
People
So
just
how
don't
is
have nothing
DBA
else
treating this
better
week?
to do.
Exactly. And I thought she might be like a Russian bot, but then because I took a screenshot and I have other accounts. Because I did end up blocking her,
Uh-huh.
because I might have got real ghetto, and so I blocked her. So I did go through my other account and pull her actual account up, and it's a real person. It's a
Oh,
real. It
wow.
wasn't a bot, but I let it go. I didn't contact her anymore, or any of that, which is growth.
Yeah. Just growth.
That
It's
is
good.
growth.
Thank the Lord for growth, man, child.
That is growth.
Thank the
Because
Lord for growth.
seriously, 'cause there was a time when I would have been on that, but I would have been in that inbox letting her know about herself.
Thank the Lord for growth.
Girl, 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 girl. Because my thing is, I actually love trolls because they increase your engagement, right? They'll help your
Yeah, because
video
they
go
definitely
further.
going to keep the chat active.
Yeah, so I was letting her play for a little bit, but then
Yeah.
she was just a bitter Betty about something and somebody. So
Just be going in for no reason. And it's like
Right.
people have nothing else better to do.
I had to just casually let her know. She thought she triggered me, and it was like, no, it's not even so much triggered. It's just, it's time for you to go.
Simple as
It's
that.
time for you to go. Yeah, it's time for you to go because I don't feel like I jumped out of my character. I just feel like sometimes you have to let people know just because I'm spiritual don't mean you won't get blessed out.
Not blessed out.
And she got her blessing out. So,
Wow.
so how did you do with DBA this week?
This week, let me recap this week because this week was, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a rough week for me. I was,
Yeah.
I've been off a couple of days. I had migraines for like 2 days.
Oh no.
Yeah. Um, I haven't even checked. I will say I've been selling a lot of those scripts though.
Oh, good. Yeah, I need to look into that. I need to look
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah, because they definitely, I mean, number one, it's a low ticket. Number two, it's a good item for the newbies because there's so many people that's so afraid to go live, and they have the opportunity, they have the options. Like a lot of people don't have, that the numbers to go live. The ones that want to go live, it's like they can't go live, and the ones that can go live, I'm scared. I don't know what to say. I'm like, what? You don't
And
want
I
no
can
money.
tell you, I know from experience, they will push your live out once you hit that 90-minute mark. They start pushing it out, and I can see Friday late night is a good time to go because this is probably my largest live
Definitely
ever.
Fridays. Definitely Fridays, and I guess that's how I end up on overnight on Friday nights because it's like a wave that happens, and
Yeah.
really it's kind of a wave. It's kind of a wave through the weeknights, but definitely Fridays are very very busy, and I guess because everybody's up,
Hmm.
so
Yeah, and I think for me, Friday is a better night too because I don't like to be up this late throughout the week because
yeah.
it just throws my body off. It throws off my
Oh
circadian
yeah,
rhythm. So if I'm gonna do it, I'd rather do it on a Friday or a Saturday. So I can dig it. And I've also
yeah,
had Saturday mornings have been very good for me. Also,
uh
to
huh.
for getting more viewers on and things like that. It was a slower week for me too. Last Friday, I was sitting and having coffee with my auntie when my daughter reached out. My brother's ex-wife passed away suddenly, only like
Mm.
so. Yeah, she had some health issues, and even though they're divorced, I mean they've been together. They had been together since they were in middle school. So
Oh yeah, that still hurts.
yeah, yeah, and like her obituary lists me and my sister as her siblings, right? List my kids as her nieces and her
Wow.
nephews. So Friday, I don't think I went live all last weekend because Friday I went and I was with my brother and my niece, and then Saturday I was drained. I
Yeah.
think I might
Salary cut
did
was
I go live
pretty.
on Saturday? I might have went live on Saturday, but I don't even think I think I deleted that because it was just horrible because I was just tired. And then
Yeah.
Sunday, it rained here, and then we went to my parents for the 4th of July with my cousins, and then the rest of this week has just been crazy. So um, I did make a sale in my sleep last night, but I've been collecting leads. So
That's
and
yeah.
I've been
I have been
yeah.
collecting a lot of leads. I don't know if I made
Yeah.
any sales this week. If I did, it's early this week. But then again, I can't even remember where I put the brand new pack of toilet paper at and had to buy some more. So I don't know if you can take anything I say right now. Like I'm just like I said, Lord, I need a vacation for real because it's gotten ridiculous.
Yeah. Because you own a hair salon, right?
I did. It closed.
You did. Okay.
Yeah, I closed it. So
Okay.
I'll be I'm enjoying this little break though. Sometimes you never know. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? I've been enjoying this little commercial break, as we call it. And digital marketing has definitely been quite entertaining in the process. So I've been enjoying it, but I do miss it too because
Yeah.
that is a big part of me. I've been doing it over 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought I had heard you say that, and then your hair and your makeup is always so put together. I was like, oh, that makes sense. It
You
definitely.
said that makes sense. Yeah, it's a part of who I am. So I do. There's a part of me that misses it, but at the same time, I'm utilizing this time to kind of physically get myself, you know what I mean, together because my left
Yeah.
shoulder was about in the need of surgery, and I was like, man, I don't even feel like doing that, Lord. I just need you to do a miraculous healing. So whatever that takes, I just had no idea I was gonna have to close in order to
Oh
to
my
recover. So that's
God.
fine. It all works out for a reason. Because the truth of the matter is, had I not closed, I would have never discovered digital marketing. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have. I'm not on social media like that.
Okay.
I just happened to be bored, was on TikTok, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll do a TikTok shop. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm just trying to get free stuff. And I was like, yeah, okay, I can do some videos. Well, I ain't got nothing else better to do. It's my thought process. And then it just, next thing I know, I'm like, well, what is these tickets, these receipts? What is this? And it just kind of went from there. But I have
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
regrets. I love it.
Oh yeah, I
It's a
love
lot of
digital.
fun. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
It's a
I'm
lot of
shocked at
fun.
anybody. I'm shocked at anybody that says otherwise. I feel like if they say the otherwise, it's like you don't have the right product. Either you don't have
Yeah,
the
they
right
don't have the
product,
right
or you're
product.
not doing
There are
right.
people who think it's just like a lottery ticket. Like they
Yeah,
buy
like
it,
you gonna buy it and it just sells itself by itself.
yeah,
No,
and it
you gotta put a
doesn't
little
work
work
like
in
that.
now. Yeah, I'll be lying if I said that. That's not true whatsoever.
Well, and I mean, I've got over 30 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience, right? So when
Mm-hmm.
I came online in 2013,
Mm-hmm.
I did well and right away because I had the marketing foundation. But then when it was time to move past my organic, my warm and hot market, is
Mm-hmm.
when I began to struggle and I started looking for help with to learn the digital marketing piece because I was picking up little bits and pieces from people in my network.
Uh-huh.
And so when it came to like MRR, because MRR has been around and I've been buying MRR and PLR for years. In fact, a good chunk of my vault is like pretty much obsolete because it's like platform specific and it's from 10 years ago and those platforms don't even look like that anymore. They've added
Gotcha.
so many different features, but I've got other ones that I still could,
Yeah.
sell because what I've always done, like my first course that I sold in 2015, it okay, now see this is weird because I know Dr. Selena Baker, but it's showing your profile picture. That is so weird. Um so
Hmm.
yeah, so what I would do, like my first course in 2015, I created that entire course. But when it came
Mm-hmm.
time to creating PDFs, right, and workbooks and
Yeah.
worksheets, I went
Yeah.
out and found a PLR that was on that subject, made a few tweaks to it, and added it as a supplement. So to make it easier for me. So I've always done that with PLR and MRR, which
Ah.
is take from it what I could use and toss the rest away because and you also got to keep in mind that those PLRs were like maybe $20. Most of them were like 10, 12, $17. So to
Yeah.
get a nice looking PDF for $17 and toss the rest of the course away it just made business sense, right? So when I
Right.
first started hearing about people with PLR a year ago, I never publicly spoke negatively on it. It just was a little weird to me because I was looking at it through what I knew of PLR and MRR. And then I started to learn a little bit more and see like, oh, okay, I see where they're, actually
Taking it.
creating video and doing this themselves. I was like, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. And I
Right.
don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. I just was not thinking about it truly until DBA. There was just something about DBA that made me really want to look into it and actually, offer it. Well, I
Yeah.
take that back. When I found out Tavy had a product, she's the one who created AI traffic generation system. That was the first one back in November.
Okay.
So yeah, I know her and I bought stuff from her over the years. So I knew her stuff was up to snuff and it was good quality. And then when I came across DBA, like I said at first, I was like, It's not that. I don't understand why everybody keeps talking about a done for you is so much better than a course you create, because a course you create is not hard to make. It's just until I just, and then I had to figure it out. Like, oh, they're actually sitting and creating a course. I would never do that. I would never create the course and then try to sell it. I never would do that, ever. Nobody ever asked me why, but I would never do that.
It seems like it would be a lot of work, though.
It is a lot of work, and you don't know that it's going to sell.
Right.
You don't know that it's going to sell. And I don't teach like if I do a Facebook marketing class, it's going to be a lot more strategy. I'm not going to get into the nuts and bolts and show people how to do this and how to do that, because the minute you publish it, it's outdated. And then you got to record it again. And I don't know. I don't like that. Once I learn how to solve the puzzle, I'm bored with it. I need a new puzzle. So
Oh, you one of those?
yes, I can't keep doing that repetitively over and over again. Now I could sell over and over again, but actually like recording that same video over and over again, I can't do that. I can't do that. So yeah. So when people started talking about MRR and that, I was like, I got my own course and and you want to talk about like mental gymnastics and millionaire mindset. One of the things I actually had to work through was for a few days. I remember like, well, people are buying courses for $500
Right.
that they can resell and get 100% profit. Why would they buy Pen Profits Mastery from me? And I had to, work through that in my own head and journaling and that, well, my market is different. My ideal client for Pen Profits Mastery, they're not buying MRR courses. They're service professionals, they're authors, they're speakers. They're not looking to buy roadmap or anything like that, right? So that was part of it.
Right.
And then two, I admit I ran beta at 397 instead of 555, just to make sure that I wouldn't run into that problem. And then I stepped it up to 555 over the months. But yeah, I definitely ran into that. And every now and then it'll pop back into my head and I'm like, people are still going to buy it. People are still going to buy it because people are still buying $500 courses, and it's a great course and it's packed with value and it's packed with bonuses. Welcome back, Coco. I cannot believe we are on TikTok live at 2:00 in the morning.
Right. Look, and I'm up here.
You have paid me.
I want to add this I'm adding some affiliate links, but I was debating on whether or not to add that. I think I might wait till I get some fresh eyes to add that. I haven't added the DBA sneak peek yet.
Yeah, I actually collect leads with it, but I think since they're doing the weekly webinar now, I think I'm going to run with that as my lead magnet instead.
The weekly webinar? And add the webinar?
Yeah, because I already have that funnel created. So I think I'm going to just run with that as my lead magnet.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And so, because all I have to do is just archive that page, and I can pull it out of the archive for the preview if I want to pull it back up. But one of those videos I did yesterday got a lot of people, even people I knew was in my inbox. But it's so crazy because there are people that as soon as they hear resale, they don't want to have anything to do with it. And I'm like, y'all crazy.
Yeah, there are some people that when they hear that word, they're like, no, I'm good. And so it's kind of one of those things. I sometimes at times tread light, because that's when you hear me say, well, you don't have to resell it. I mean, there are plenty of people that purchase it not to resell it, but because they see the value in it and it's a life-changing product. You don't have to.
It's like if you buy your car and you choose to resell it. I mean, you can choose to resell it or not.
Right. It's an option. Some people keep their car forever and ever and ever.
Right. Right.
So
If you give me the option, I'm reselling it.
right.
It's just me.
I'm
I'm a
trying to tell
reseller.
you
Everything got a price.
one thing for
Everything got a
sure.
price.
I'm finna maximize on this thing, boy. Trust and believe.
I'm telling you.
Cause
I'm telling you.
it really truly is.
And people don't
It's an
understand we
awesome
really have a
product.
short window, right? They're not gonna let us keep be able to just come up like this using our
Listen,
phone and Wi-Fi and
right.
AI, all this stuff. That window is gonna close at some point, right?
No point.
And that doesn't mean a new one won't open, but yeah, the barrier to entry is like non-existent with this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we got to take advantage of it while we can, while it's here.
Yeah. You're right. And that's what I'm here for.
Me too.
I need to I just want to be more consistent and make sure I need to make a pimp decision and figure out whether or not I'm going to keep my other pages faceless or am I going to go ahead and convert them over because I've been making more content and I noticed like you've been doing the same thing. You've been making more content of yourself, which A plus, by the way, A plus. I mean,
Thank
good,
you.
high quality, beautiful content. A plus. I said, oh, she's alive. This is beautiful. This is. I'm watching. I'm reading. It's beautiful. It's great. It's great. But also too, I honestly kind of feel like it's sometimes easier. What you think?
Yeah, it is easier because I've started faceless accounts. I actually had, I wouldn't call it a faceless account, I would call it a themed account.
Okay.
My beauty brand, the Instagram I had for that, it had 25,000 followers.
Uh huh.
And one day they decided to shut it down for whatever
Oh
reason.
wow.
But it was themed and it was what I would call a curated account, meaning that I would go out and I would get the best makeup looks and specific types of makeup looks and get them on the page. But the problem with that is supply, right? Because supply
Uh
is out
huh.
of my control. And my suppliers were drying up. They were not creating the content as frequent because they were making a lot more money, right? So they
Uh
didn't
huh.
need to make as much content and that. And then there was the change to like stories and short form video that impacted all that. So that's the only thing with curating is you're kind of on other people's time. You're on other people's, um,
Uh,
you know, whatever, right? But the great
right.
thing about it is if you build it big enough, and what I should have done is I should have been selling ad space. I should have been selling for people to be able
Ah.
to make posts with me and, $25,
Yeah.
$50. And then as you grow your audience, you can charge more and more because that's what a lot of people were doing. I learned that from Cece, the six-figure chick. And, she actually, because I was in one of her masterminds, she gave us a list of websites that were doing it, but that was like 2020. So I don't even know if those websites are doing it. But, I think pages like the Shade Room do
Uh huh.
really well. The whole Instagram aesthetic faceless accounts, those ain't for us.
Man, listen, listen. There's some that it's definitely different. It's definitely different. It's definitely
Well,
different.
we can be very skeptical,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And because there's this one girl, her faceless account, I've been following her since like earlier in the year, and she just started showing her face. And I know why she started showing her face because she hit a wall and the account is not growing. And the
Uh,
account, and she's not, so I think it's impacting her paycheck too. And they all seem to hit that wall and have
uh-huh.
to show their face, right?
Uh-huh.
So and I always tell people too, a lot of those faceless accounts, because I know how to find the information, they either the person who is running it now, like people don't realize Boss Babe Boss Babe Alex sold that to the girl, now I forget her name, Natalie, in like
Uh-huh.
2015, 2016. She sold that account to her. And it was months before any of us realized that she had sold the account and somebody else was running it. Because I think the
Oh.
girl was originally in like her mastermind, and then I don't know if she made her an offer or what, but and I don't know how much she bought it for, but she sold her that account, right? And so
Uh-huh.
I think some of these faceless accounts that we are seeing that are supposedly having so much success in that, I think
Uh-huh.
some of those are either bought accounts or those are accounts that they changed the identity of, and they're
Hmm.
pretending that yeah, because what they do, and I've seen other accounts do this. There was this other account years ago that I used to love, the Ty Lopez Blueprint, and it was these great infographics. Like, I'm a nerd, like I love the infographics in USA Today. I will buy USA Today just to look at the infographics. And so that I would always look at that account. And then all of a sudden I couldn't find it. And it's because they changed the name and they deleted all of those infographics and started posting new content. So it looked like a new
Oh.
account that like just exploded overnight when they actually had been established for a while. And some of them
Oh.
may be new accounts, but they have massive email lists and they
Right.
promote other accounts. So there, I guess I'm just saying not everything is always what it seems with
Yeah.
those perfect aesthetic accounts. There's usually
Yeah.
something else happening. And I think, people who haven't been in digital marketing and business for a while don't recognize the telltale signs that they're
Yeah.
not necessarily telling everything. Not that they're
Yeah.
omitting, but they're not telling everything that is really truly going on behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
Huh.
And
Huh.
then, their haters tell on them. Yeah, but they're not telling you that they had a that they have a massive email list, and a lot of them are running ads. A lot of them are running ads. There are times when I scroll through Facebook and that's all I see: faceless ads, faceless, faceless, faceless,
And I
faceless.
believe that. And I believe that.
I
And that
actually saw
definitely
my
would
first
make
gay
sense.
ad.
That definitely would make sense.
Hmm. So I don't think they're bad. I think depending on who you are and more importantly, who your ideal client is. Because one thing
Mm-hmm.
I've always stressed is that, especially like my beauty business, I have a very diverse customer base, very diverse
Uh-huh.
customer base.
Yeah. Me too.
So that's always impacted my marketing.
Yep.
And that's the same thing I will say with a faceless account. I can tell if you see diversity on that account.
Mm-hmm.
People don't do diversity unless diversity is important to them.
Mm. Right. Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
I agree. That's facts.
Yeah. My big thing
Very
is I
good.
tell people, if you want to do a faceless account just to try to finesse people who want to do business with you because of the color of your skin, you already lost.
Mm.
Because the minute they find out, they're gonna unfollow you. They might ask for a refund. They might do a dispute. So,
Wow.
my whole thing is this: if I gotta hide my identity to earn you as a customer, I don't want you as a customer, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean that most disrespectfully. If I gotta hide my identity for you to do business with me, I don't want it. I truly and honestly do not want it. That's just me though. I don't want it. I get why the girl Pinky did it, but she didn't hide her race. She just made it look like she was lighter, and I'm okay with that. I can rock with that one. I can, I can rock with that one. But just, to try to portray myself as a different race or not my race at all, I can't do that one. I can't do that one. I can't look myself
Yeah.
or my grandbabies in the face. My beautiful chocolate granddaughter, I can't look her in the face and do that. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Cannot do it.
Okay.
So who's watching and has questions on DBA? Y'all been on here.
Right.
Y'all been on here a minute. Oh my God, 2 hours and 36 minutes. I feel like Brooklyn now. That was part of what made me really think about DBA. That girl, I would get on and off TikTok and she would still be live 3,
Yeah.
4 hours sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
I
She
have
was.
never
I was
seen
like,
anybody do
yeah,
that.
really.
What did you say?
I said, yeah, she was. She would just be on and be talking and going on and baby be in and out. And I said, wow.
Right. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I used to go live last summer
Hmm.
and, and talk about my college, and I would go live while I was prepping food and that. But it just got to be too exhausting, and it wasn't giving me what I needed it to give. So I
Yeah.
and focused that attention elsewhere.
Yeah. I'm
But
thinking or
right,
wondering. Cause you heard people talk about like if you stay off social media for a couple of days, it resets your algorithm.
yeah,
I'm wondering
I've
if I
heard
should
that.
do that. Yeah, I wonder if I should do that. I'm thinking about doing that. I'll be out of
It really
town.
only takes like 24 hours, to be honest with you.
Oh, really? A
Hmm.
day? Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll probably do that. Like, so that means you don't go on there scrolling either, or like you stay off it completely, or you don't go live.
Well, I don't think TikTok likes if you don't open the app for a certain period of time. Meaning,
Oh,
they want you to come back. I don't mean like they put you in a bad place or anything like that. I think they prefer for you to be opening, and they I think they feel like they did something wrong if you just go away and you're not opening the app a lot.
uh,
So what I'm saying is I think they try to bribe you
oh,
with better reach. Because, but
oh,
people were saying that about Instagram once upon a time too. Like a lot of influencers and creators wouldn't post from
yeah,
like a
yep,
certain period of time on Saturday until like Monday morning,
yeah,
just to let everything clear itself out and reset. And I will say that still is kind of true for Instagram and Facebook stories, to let
yeah,
it clear all the way out before it don't take a full 24 hours in my case, but let it sit for a good 4 to 6 hours before adding a new story.
huh. But can you still go on and you're scrolling, or it's just a matter of posting?
That I honestly don't know. I don't see why it would matter. I think you should probably still be able to scroll.
Hmm.
I would say you probably could still scroll. But I've gone months without doing it either. Sometimes I just be like, I don't have time or the energy or the
Yeah,
desire
yeah,
for TikTok. So,
yeah.
but
I'm trying not to get in burnout mode. 'Cause
ever
this
since
is
they
all
told
new
me
for me.
ever since they told me they was gonna try to take it away, now all of a sudden like, nah, y'all ain't taking nothing away. I'm gonna make my money before y'all take it away.
Right. Now you want to be on.
Right. That's how I wound up in DBA.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be burned out because usually I'm not a social media person. Period.
Yeah.
Posting and
Yeah.
all that
Don't burn
stuff.
yourself out.
Nah, barely
Because for a while
scroll.
I was doing like 2 or 3 lives a day. Now, if
Yeah,
I do one, great. If I feel like I can do a second one, then I'll do a second one. But if
yeah,
I'm too exhausted and worn, I won't do that second or third one. I'm just fine with that one. Plus,
yeah,
I've got hours on hours on hours just from the TikTok lives in the
yeah,
last month and a half, and I can't even get that stuff edited and up and in my syndication stream. So, you know, I'm okay with Michaela and I were talking about this. I think in the beginning, I think I've spent too much time with DBA on TikTok
uh
and
huh,
kind of forgot about YouTube, Pinterest, and other platforms. So I'm okay with backing off the lives a little bit
uh
just
huh.
to make sure I'm setting my traps on the internet because I'm the trap house queen.
Oh, okay. Okay, trap house queen.
I'm the trap house queen. I gotta be able to be found. I gotta be
Okay.
found.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I tell you, trying to figure out this whole, social media stuff is, oof, it's a task within itself.
It is. It is. And that's the thing. I don't want to be putting, I mean, I want to make a run while TikTok is here, but not at
Yeah.
the expense of me being omnipresent, which has always been my superpower, is being on having presence on all platforms.
Yeah.
And so I can't let it be at that expense. And once I learned that they push you out and you get points for your live being 90 minutes or longer, I'm like,
Huh.
okay, I'd rather do one for at least 90 minutes than do two or three for 45 or 30 minutes.